the biggest warfare problem fleet operators will face in the next 5 years? What is the biggest challenge facing transport companies over the next 5 years is not fuel price, vehicle costs, or competitions? What if this something is much harder to control? People across the transportation industry are quite safe than already happening. Experienced workers are becoming harder to find. Labor costs continue rising year after year. Staff turnover is increasing. And many fleet operators are discovering that the systems they rely on for years are becoming more difficult to sustain. The companies that recognize this trend early are preparing for it now. The companies that ignore it might find themselves struggling to keep operations running smoothly in the future. For decades, transport business have depended heavily on manpower to keep daily operation moving. Cleaning vehicles, managing depots, coordinating workflow, and handling repetitive operation tasks often require large teams working behind the scenes. But today, the workforce landscape is changing. Younger generations are less interested in physical demanding jobs. Competition for skilled workers is increasing. Retaining experienced staff is becoming more expensive. As a result, many transport companies are finding themselves trapped in the cycle of constant hiring, training, and replacing employees. At first, this might seem like human resources issue, but in reality, it quickly becomes an operational issue. Every vacant position creates pressure on the rest of the team. Productivity drops, workload increases, service quality becomes less consistent. Managers spend valuable time solving staffing problems instead of focusing on growth. And as fleets expand, these challenges multiple. More vehicles require more staff, more coordination, and more labor. The question many fleet operators are beginning to ask is simple. How do we continue growing without becoming more dependent on manpower? This is where most forward-thinking transport companies are taking a different approach. Instead of building operation around labor availability, they are building operation around efficiency. They are identifying repetitive tasks that can be standardized, optimized, and automated, not because they want fewer people, but because they want more reliable system. They understand that future growth will depend on creating operations that remain stable even when workforce challenges increase. Whenever this transformation is becoming increasingly visible is vehicle washes. In many depots, washing remains one of the most labor-intensive activities. Large teams are often required to clean vehicles quickly enough to keep operation moving. But as labor becomes more expensive and harder to manage, this approach becomes increasingly difficult to sustain. Modern fleet operators are addressing this challenge by introducing automated wash systems that reduce manpower requirements while improving consistency and operational speed. At Go&Go, we work with transport companies operating buses, coaches, and commercial fleets that are preparing for exactly this future. Our automated wash system has transformed vehicle cleaning from labor-dependent process into a predictable and scalable operation, designed for continuous use, large vehicle fleets, and demanding key part environments. These systems help companies reduce workforce pressure while improving efficiency and maintaining professional fleets with reputation. The transportation industry is entering a period where operational resilience will matter more than ever. Companies that continue relying entirely on manual process may face increasing challenges as workforce conditions evolve. Those investing in smarter infrastructure today are creating a stronger foundation for tomorrow. The future will not belong to the companies with the largest workforce. It will belong to the companies with the most efficient system. If your organization is planning for long-term growth and looking for ways to reduce workforce dependency while improving operational performance, now is the time to explore smarter solutions. Contact Go&Go today and discover how automation can help your fleet operate more efficiently, more consistently, and more competitively in the year ahead.